A heedless and harrowing future is developing for our generation and generations to come. But as I walk the charted streets of this familiar oblivion, I recognize nothing but unyielding unconsciousness, in which we have almost comfortably drowned. It is madness. This normality is madness. We are clinging to manufactured crippling constraints. We must no longer commute between brand-laden homes and quickly accepted, aimless roams, from our factories of slavery to wars of elusive bravery. We must unite, and we must let the floodgates open. Here tonight I clock 1,000 heads, here to unite through common dreads. Here tonight I clock 1,000 heads, here to unite through common dreads. So who's with me? Something trips inside that's been dormant for 1,000 years. Now we can no longer hide the immediacy of these fears. Our names will not be writ on water, and we don't need an ark, no way. One day I know the dam will collapse, and we will be the current. And know the floodgates will open. You cannot hold back the tide. We will sing as one in solidarity. We will swim together. No longer treading water, we're flowing with the tide. And you can taste the night. Don't waste the night. We will sing as one in solidarity. We will sing together now. And still we will be here, standing like statues. The time is now. Belt it, brothers. If our own lives aren't directly affected, then it don't need to be corrected. How fucking cute is our ignorance? Yeah, we're insidious as they're praying for deliverance. We shelter ourselves from the outcries, we blinker ourselves from the eyesores. But I know that we have greatness within us. We have greatness within us. Innovative, giving, determined. It's time for the best in us to come out. Search and you can find imbalance. Seek, you can destroy imbalance. And you can change your values. Step up today. Now let me get one thing straight. You know what? Sometimes I do wish apples were our currency, so your hoarded millions would rot in their vault. Then that'd teach you to lay off the assault that's your barraging on the lands of the poor. And I know we've all got enough problems of our own, but they're not showstoppers sitting on a throne in a home heated by a life unknown to the exploited. And it's so frustrating, the fucking state we're in. If our own lives aren't directly affected, then it does need to be corrected. Why is it so many companies, built to serve us, end up ruling us? And I know that we've still got time, but I do not think we're invincible. And I'm thinking that it's a sign, because I do not think we're invincible, crushing all in its path. Now don't get me wrong, I love what you've done with the place. I just wish we had a chance to help build it, instead of just moving into this home of disrepair and expected to work, prosper and then share, constantly relying on consuming to feel content, but only because we lost touch with this home that we've spent, trillions of dollars tainting for our wants, not our needs. And now we're growing tired of planting bleary-eyed seeds. And I'm not saying that we can do better, but given the chance, we'd try. We'd dig up the earth's time-worn soil and fill the trench with greedy eyes. Imagine, back in the day as empires made haste to colonize, to claim, to control and contain, we sat patiently in the future, helpless. Switch, deep breaths, clench fists, here comes another juggernaut. What the hell will happen now? I really don't know, man. We'll do what we've always done, shut our eyes and hope for the best. No, we're gonna face this. We'll step out onto the tracks and stare it right in the face. Thou shalt not pass. The idea of community will be something displayed at a museum. I'm going to paste you up, cover you in wallpaper, screw shelves into you, and call you a wall. That's all you are to me, trying to keep people inside your sordid little house. This is no white abode. You can have skirting boards as shoes and plug sockets on your knees. I'll hang a painting on your lip and put tinsel around it at Christmas. Trying to keep people inside your sordid little house. You can't keep us inside much longer, pal. We've seen the view from the window. It's glorious outside. Have you seen the time? Have you seen the tide? We'll sing it all night. We need cohesion. As time keeps moving, we keep losing our rights. Freedom is not the choice between what job and what car. You can just look back into history to find corruption and misery, and if you don't take note, we'll wake up in the same boat. Grit your teeth, break the glass. Now sprint and don't look back. Full pelt into the dense forest. and ask him, what's your thoughts on lionizing? What's your thoughts on tensions rising deep in the dense forest? Mate, I'm zonked absolutely spent. I think I'm going to give my eyes up for Lent. I'll use my sockets to store stones instead. And with an icy cold stare, I'll hide bones in your bed. Mate, please accept this invitation so I can take you away. There's a 1 in 40,000 chance that asteroid Apophis will collide with the Earth in less than 20 years. Roll up for the knees up business. Instead of staring in your stellar desperately for inspiration, belt up and quiver at your indignation. I ain't saying anything that can be construed as an apology. There's another case study for anthropology. Let's announce embargoes and denounce our far foes, ingrowing egos and syntax he knows. It's just distance that separates us, or are we really ethnocentrically inclined? Mate, what the fuck are you on about? This is a Decodian law. I protest. The herd is rowdy, the squad is vexed. The lions are at the door. We ain't taking order from snakes no more. Just another day in the acid nation. Expected to gulp down hindrance. Hold tight the real news networks, they're crucial. And I'm thinking, what's the deal with the facts that they conceal? And I'm thinking, what's the harm in a bit of rhetoric and charm? And I can't quite comprehend a beginning or an end. No, I can't quite stomach this now. You and me, we're going to take to the skies for common sake. We'll fly amongst the cirrus clouds. 20,000 feet will clock the crowds. And from that height we'll leak the lies and unveil the damaged skies, 'cause we can't quite stomach this. All I'm trying to say is, you're not getting any sleep tonight. The sun and sea could power us, no longer cower in oil lust. Chernobyl is still a stain of the dangers of this game. We'll embark on a great voyage to the sun, and we'll be 90 million miles from anything or anyone. What are we waiting for? Just like the ocean, we won't be Pacific anymore. No longer in coexistence with other species, this is flawed. I lie here, staring up at the stratosphere, and hoping we're going to get out of here. And it seems mad that we're born on the doorstep of squalor and of pedestals. And I lie here, surrounded by a range of general anesthetics, to drowse the fact that funding insecurity is not matched by spreading equality. You'll hear us sing, in the sunlight where you caught us, plotting the downfall of hoarders. It seems that every gap in the fence, we'll peek, we'll scratch, we'll stretch, we'll grab anything we can. But if we group together and made a bigger whole, not just for our children's hands, but for bigger plans. Yeah, if we grouped together and made a whole, 'cause I don't know about you, but I've got to get out of here. We live so subserviently, accepting all normality, drenched in routine, doused in the foreseen. And yes, granted we prosper, but the fact that we prosper is even taken for granted. Now let's cause some fucking havoc. The lions are at the door. We ain't taking order from snakes no more. No, we're gonna take a stand, for we are the grassroots resistance. Power. All this killing is obscene. Shut down the war machine. Now I was feeling like a total giant, but now it feels like Silvius Bravo has sliced my hand off and thrown it in the river. Now I was just doing my job. My feet sink into the bed of silt, but now my fingers are reeling about with the fishes. I know I'm not making any sense. No, you're not. All will be revealed. Well, I hope so. All will be revealed if we travel back in time. I've got to rest. It's for the best. To build a nest. To take the quest. To being given just one chance to be the best. Go forth and recolonize. It appears the foundation of all our great nations are lies and indoctrinations. So if Silvius Bravo collects the hands of giants, will you join him? Simmer down, ladies and gentlemen. You're acting rather irresponsibly right now. Damn you all. Hold your horses, steady now, because we're floating precariously and therefore furthermore frivolously. Hold your horses, steady now, because we're floating precariously and therefore furthermore frivolously on tectonic plates. And everything we stand on and everything we stand for is rather unstable right now. I'll think I'll kill some time and have you done medium rare. But I think I'll tease my palate with some crudités just to prepare. You see, we've had a joker in the pack now for quite some time, so I reckon it's just about time we roast this swine. This is a crock of shit, I refuse to be fed. So knuckle down and use your head. Can it sunshine, bottle it up, you ponce. Then knock me up a dish with some vol au vents. Now I think we should take a leaf from the Romans book, throw it up. Let's throw it up and start again. Nicely, does it? Steady. Hold. Hold. Target locked. Cop a load of this one. That was great. My compliments to the chef. I'm very satisfied. I'll be sure to dine here again. Fine cuisine. Stuffed cheeks were very agreeable. All in all, a splendid spread. To a multi-storey car park with our friends, drinking from a bottle of white lightning. On the top of Marks and Sparks' roof running. To a multi-storey car park with our friends, drinking from a bottle of white lightning. On the top of Marks and Sparks' roof running, smoking chronic, hectic. And it seems that nothing now will ever change. And it seems that we're on our own again. We'll convene at mine 3 PM to play Sega Mega Drive, Golden Axe and Sonic all day. Never played it? I'll teach you. Can't hack it? I'll beat you. That's Pendle making rhythms in the corner with a litre of the finest Scrumpy Jack, whilst P-Dex pumps out the latest big club track. We'll chip it to Justin's and hit his King Kong, then we'll gather round the piano for a little sing-song. Each nation used to provide its country with security, with factories providing arms for their country. Now multinational companies compete in the arms trade. To serve any customer maximises the money to be made. So just as farms compete to provide fruit for other countries so people can live to enjoy the taste of nature, national warehouses compete to provide arms around the world to aid death and all hell unfolds. Our gracious queen should grasp her crown and take a good fucking swing at Blair and Brown for leading a country into illegal warfare and trying to pass it off that we're doing it because we care. Now preemptive wars are a redemptive cause. I've never heard such nonsense under international laws. We think we have the right to enforce democracy when we're weakening ours every day. What a hypocrisy. We'll be together against this. We'll be forever against this. Fuck man. I've just woke up to a land where killing is part of every day, and every mind in this intelligent species is led blinded into the battlefield, like it's natural for us to break instead of build. Unity's intrinsic, the only cause worth fighting for, all religions, colours and creeds. Now we are the world and we are the people, and we will be heard.